Guy in Las Vegas, you guys have heard me say it before, and I'll say it again and again. Hey, 42 grand. And Harrison is still going to be living in that house. And I got to put another 19 grand in there by the 17th of this month. Use me and what I've done to help you get better. But you got to learn my story. You got to study my stuff. You got to sound just like me. I'm giving you the model. All you got to do is duplicate it. Model the success, and then take it and make it better. And then give some back so that we can help everybody improve. So, yeah, I had a foreclosure, man. Wow. You know, and I know what you're going through. I know it's sleepless nights. I know you're on the couch crying. Yeah, you got 4 kids? Oh, that's hard. That hits my heart hard there. 4 kids? Whew. Nobody wants to be homeless, especially if you got children. So, again, going back to phase 3, if there's nothing else. Getting the deed, I already talked about that. Buying the note. I think most of you on the line understand that's what I do. I buy those notes. Now, the case study that I talked about from page 1, how much equity is in that property? Man, either you guys are on mute. $50,000 of equity. Thank you. There's $50,000 of equity. Okay? The note is worth $40,000. I can buy that note at a discount. Most of you probably know my numbers. I did buy it for $10 grand on that property. See, that owner did not want to sell their house. No matter what scenario I came up with, no matter what solution I came up with, they were not selling the house. So the only way I could make a deal was to buy the note. Once I bought the note for $10,000, then at that point I became the bank. Okay? Now, also there's short sale at the bottom. Short sale is not my expertise. Short sale is not a way I would like to present anything to anybody. I would not even say short sale, unless it's the last thing on the earth. You can say it if you want. I don't know what's going to happen and how you're going to make your money. Now, the one thing I will say on a short sale is this. Homeowner owes $500,000. House is worth $500,000. And we can't do anything. I can't come up with answers and solutions. I'll just say, look, maybe we can do a short sale on your property. We can get the bank to take less. You got to move out, and maybe we can get you something. But that's the last thing I'll say is a short sale, because I don't want the person to go into the short sale mode, because I don't know how much money I'll make from a short sale. Those things take forever also. Plus, you got to have a buyer lined up. I just was talking to a bank in Las Vegas about, or actually on a property in Las Vegas, and the bank said they would accept an offer from me on a property. They would do a short sale. They said, hey, fax us in an offer. I didn't even really want the house. So it's like, well, I'll fax you an offer. I haven't did it yet. I don't want the house. I don't want to be responsible for becoming a landlord and having tenants. That's not my primary thing. So, and then I also with one of those properties in Las Vegas, bank said, there's a second mortgage, said, hey, send us your name and let us know you want to buy notes. So from working with people, I was able to build myself some new, probably clients, by just asking, okay, I'd like to buy notes from you. I want to buy the second mortgage. Even if I couldn't do a deal, hey, do you guys sell the mortgages? I'm a person that loves to extract information. I'm not going to get off the phone until I've extracted everything out of you. I'm going to talk your ears off like I'm doing right now. I still haven't stopped. It's because I'm trying to extract everything I can. I get one opportunity, and I'm giving you my best shot. This is a performance by me to be the best that I can be. So every time I do this stuff, I'm trying to improve and get better so that I become a master at what I'm doing. And that's all I've done with paper. I've looked at this stuff so many times, you guys, and I've turned it over, and I ask what-if questions. What if, and what if, and what if, and what if, that I see it a lot clearer now. And that's all I'm trying to show you guys. That's why I invite you to sales. That's why I get you on the phone calls. I want you guys to have the same mindset that I have about foreclosures and non-performing paper. But you got to study it. Lots and lots of hours. So that's it on that page as far as phase 3. Going to the next page, which is 3B, I guess, on the top. Let's make some money, option B. I don't see anything different than what I just talked about. Let's go to page, actually, time to fish or cut bait. When you guys are sitting in the homeowner's house, you got to be able to, it's nice to have your numbers. It's nice to have a yellow pad laid out so that the homeowner can see their numbers. This is something that, once you get this is what separates the amateurs from the professionals. I'm a professional. I'll go sit down in a homeowner's house, and I'll tell them exactly what's going to happen at the trustee sale. Okay, Mr. and Ms. Homeowner, going back to case study number 1 again. Theoretically, you're owed $50,000 for your equity. They told me they owe $140 on the first and $40 on the second. You've got $50,000 of equity. But when you go to the trustee sale, when the property sold at the courthouse steps, you may not get all $50,000. Now, for some of you that I went out and flew in and did 2 days of training, I went over this with you, step by step. You got to be able to tell the homeowner, look, if someone bids X number of dollars at the sale, let's say the bid's only $180,000 on your nice house. That means you don't get anything. Homeowner, you were owed $50,000, but you don't get anything because of the trustee sale process. The $180,000 that was bidded pays off the first and the second. It's not the investor's job to bid your property high, although that's what you've seen of auctions. The concept of an auction for real estate investors is to keep it low so that they make more money. So Mr. and Ms. Homeowner, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I can help you get a decent amount of money if you work with me. This is what you guys got to learn. So what you guys got to do is have a trustee sale. What if the first was going to sell? They were asking $140 at the auction. Most likely somebody's going to be their bid, wouldn't you think? But now, let's say the second is going to auction. They're foreclosing. What's going to happen? So you got to educate that homeowner. And that's a part of this process. When I go in and I give this owner all these solutions and I put it on paper so they can see it, versus you, when you go in, you're just talking on the phone and giving them numbers and they're confused and their eyes are rolling around in their head, I have a tendency to think they want to work with me just because I laid it out for them. Now, that may be true or it may not be true. But see, I believe when I talk to people, they're going to like me, and they're going to be influenced by me, and I'm going to educate them. Wow. And that's the first call. We got 10 minutes left. So, again, study phase 4. You guys have to become good at it. You guys have to ask me questions. You have to send me emails so I know where you're at in life. I don't know where most of you are at in the process. I'm just giving you an overview. If you really want to master it, you're going to take the time to study every word, every sentence, and say, Terry, I don't understand what you mean when no one shows up at the sale. The homeowner can lose their equity. Now, for some of you that I haven't flew in and seen yet, this is exactly what I'm going to be going over is this stuff here. So, still, if you got questions, send them to me. All right, let's go to phase 5, call the bank. Okay, this is when I'm negotiating with the second bank. Second bank, you're owed $40,000. Are you coming to the sale? Most times, the second lenders do not go to sale. It's just private individuals that show up. So I'll say, bank, do you know that you can lose everything? Why don't you sell me your second note? And I'll tell them a long, ugly story. Well, did you know that people are filing bankruptcy? Have you seen the house? Oh, man, it's ugly, it's stinky, it needs repairs. Have you did a BPO on the property? And I'll start telling the bank and giving them reasons why I think they should drop the price. That's fun stuff. They may go for it, they may not. But see, I have a script that I try to give the bank also to get them to sell me the note. So that's phase 5. Phase 6 is real simple. You put all that together, like what Ms. Rosales just did. I put all the stuff together, and I try to figure out if it's a deal or not a deal. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I've never gone into details. You guys, if you're comfortable, do it. If you want me to do it a few times, I don't mind. I'm here. I told you guys I'm going to be here to our last breath on earth. I'm going to be mentoring you as much as you allow me to. I've lost a few people along the way now. For some reason or other, they've given up. I do. People are going to quit before I was. See, I'm dedicated. I'm motivated. I love this. It's my life. I'll be with this forever. I will tell you guys, I will be the last person turning out the lights because you guys will quit before I will, because I never quit. I never give up.
Good to hear that.
You got to hear it because, again, no one can tell me, Terry, you did a bad job. No one can fault me. I put the blame right on the person. I said, look in the mirror. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you really working your business? Are you looking for an excuse or somebody to blame? Can't blame me. If I got too many people that are successful, I say, look at Scott. Look at Holly. Ask them, has Terry been doing a good job or a bad job? Who else, you guys, has been mentoring you, will give you their phone number and work with you and answer the phone when you call?
No one.
No one.
And I'll pay way more money than this for that.
And let me tell you, Troy, you haven't spent near as much as most of these guys. Some of these guys on the phone, Troy, have spent 25 grand for their training. You know what's going to make the difference is when you start making checks and making money, the cost of your education is not going to be important.
Right.
Okay? You'll forget about what you spent if you go out and start making checks and go to work. Until then, Terry, it doesn't work. You're only giving me pieces of the puzzle. You're not giving it to me all. Yeah, I can't give it to you all until you're ready for it. It's like a white belt coming into class. They want to learn how to be a black belt, the same week. You got to go through punches. You got to go through kicks. You got to go to class every day. You got to go through discipline, push-ups, sit-ups. You guys are the same way. And if you don't go through all that stuff, you can't become a black belt. I'm done. This stuff is so much fun. Like I told you guys, I should be paying you for allowing me to become better. Every time I talk about this stuff, I get better and better and better. So what do you should start doing is talking to more people. Start talking. Start telling people what you do. Holly just got $100,000 from friends because she told them what she does. She buys this paper. She's making a great profit. I dare you guys to ask people for money. Ooh, that's scary, Terry.
No, I'm trying. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. And the worst they can say is no. And when they say no, what do we say, you guys?
Thank you.
Next. Next. Rejection doesn't bother me.
Hey, Terry, I got a question, though.
Troy, let me say one thing.
Right?
Troy, let me say one thing. Oh, I think we're cut off. Troy, you still there?
Huh?
Okay. Can you guys tell who's the hungriest person on the phone line tonight? It's the new guy. The new guy's asking all the questions and doing all the talking. He's hungry. Some of you guys have been with me for a while. You lost your edge. Troy, I think we're gone.